What's up, guys? Garrett Hudson here with Throw It Up Football, doing a film breakdown of the Saints game in Week 9 versus the Rams. I'm sorry for the audio quality. I don't have a microphone, so I'm using my computer's external mic. It doesn't sound great, but you get the point. You can understand what I'm saying at least. I kind of got a little long-winded. It's what happens when I start talking about football, but uh, it's about 35, 40-minute video. I encourage you guys to watch the whole thing. There's a lot to learn for every position. Um, but if you want to just watch a little bit or don't watch it all, I don't really care. I'm making these for fun. I just enjoy watching film and breaking it down, and hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from it. So enjoy. All right, here the Saints come out in a traditional pro set, but they have the tight end split out. So this is just your right strong formation. Right telling you the tight end and the tight end and the Z are to the right. Strong or king, strong and weak, king or queen, near and far. Terms to tell the fullback where to go, away or to the call side. And this is just going to be split, right? So right king split, right near split, I right, flex, something like that that's telling the tight end he's detached. And the concept here is just going to be these 9-yard stop routes, right? Double stop is what it's going to be called. And the NFL does this a lot. Double anything, double comeback, double post, we got double post corner, double curl, um, double bench, any of those routes you can call double. And when the outside guys are on a double route concept, the inside receiver has a middle read for the most part. Middle read is you're going to push up to 10 yards, 10 to 12. If it's two high safeties, you're going to bend it in here and trying to get in between those safeties. If it's one high safety, which it ends up being here, you're going to break it off in a 10 to 12 yard basic route, come across the field. And that's to kind of maybe try and suck the safety up, stay out of the way of whatever's out here. And then the protection here is just going to be a full slide 7-man protection, so it's including the fullback and the running back. The fullback's going to fit off of here. Running back's coming in here. They're looking for anybody blitzing, anybody that the line can't handle. So if you'll see here, we've got our tight end on his middle read, breaking it across the middle of the field. We've got Mike Thomas on the stop, and whoever this receiver is out here on the stop. We've got a great ball by Breeze, outside number. Mike Thomas with the one-handed catch for a gain of about 9 right there, and they get the pass interference on Marcus Peters, who struggled all game. You see Breeze, he's pointing out this guy, or maybe this guy, probably this guy, telling the fullback and the running back, hey, those are your guys. Tackle's going to kick to here, guard's going to kick to here, center's going to have to base this nose. You can't let him go free. We've got here, and probably out here if he comes. If not, they're going to post back down. Back's responsible for these two, and this one, fullback as well. That's what we're looking for. And you see the outside linebacker walk up. Everybody's good. This backer blitzes late, so Mark Ingram's going to come in, fill, take him on the line of scrimmage. And then you've also got the fullback here helping out the tackle on the edge. And then look at this throw and catch, man. This is crazy. Outside number, one hand. Great ball placement. Great catch with contact. Michael Thomas is a stud. All right, we're going to start off in this bunch set here. And this guy is actually playing this tight end in motion, or in man coverage. So when he goes in this motion right here, you'll see him come with. This is the kind of giving them a key on what coverage they're playing. So this tight end, I think it's Hill, is going to come over here, break down, shuffle back in a little bit. And we're going to run a sweep play with cracks here. So he's cracking the DN. He's cracking this corner, trying to get him pinned, or this nickel. I'm going to pull the tackle for force, which in this case is going to be the cornerback. Everybody else running, reaching, trying to get cutoffs, trying to get people to stay on this side of the field so we can get Kamara out here by himself for a touchdown. We'll see a great block here by the tight end. but the receiver's head is inside. He needs to have his head out here so he can pin him in there. These two tackles, or the tackle and the guard, if he cuts right here and gets him down, he is not a factor. Same here. And I want to point out that the center's technique. You see this guy on the ground? I'll show you that from the back view. It's called a slingshot technique. It's awesome. Switch up leverage on the guy, and you don't even have to block him. Here's Kamara in space. He's going to end up making these two miss. You know, that's why he's a Pro Bowler. And look at this block by this tackle. I mean, this is just kicking butt. Drive him all the way out of bounds. Kamara running through arm tackles for the touchdown. You know, that's the NFL. You don't always get everybody blocked, but you get, you know, hat on them, hand on them for a second. And, you know, you got good players on defense, good players on offense. Who's going to make the plays? That's what it's about. So we get our big crack here. Boom. Actually, I want to show you the center. That's what I said. So instead of reaching and trying to get in front of this guy, it's tough to do. He's actually going to come, grab this arm and do a little tug and pull himself around to this side. See that? He actually falls down because he's expecting to get cut off from the front. So he would peel back on this guy if he didn't fall. He's got nobody to block. And you can see right here, if we get him pinned, and we get him cut, this guy gets kicked out. I mean, we're walking into the end zone. But nonetheless, you know, players got to make plays, make a miss, finish inside the block to the pylon, touchdown, Kamara, great play. All right, here we are in a tight bunch again. This is the tight end right here, and this is the same play they ran earlier. This is going to be 3-by-1 verticals out of the bunch, with the tight end running under, hoping to either suck up some coverage, or if they all drop, this is the throw right here, catch and get some yards. So we're going to have this guy running bottom of the numbers on his seam route with one high. We get a little bit of a width release from this outside receiver on the red line there on his go ball. And then we've got Michael Thomas one-on-one, going to beat this guy across the field. Actually, you know, tries to do a little too much here, gets himself out-leveraged, but still is able to cross-face and make a huge catch. If you watch here. I mean, really tough catch, but that's you know, that's who Michael Thomas is. So you actually see this guy is not in man coverage now. He does not leave with him. So how we're going to deal with that is the back, Kamara, who actually gets locked up in protection, but he's supposed to be out here if they don't blitz. And then we got him coming here. You know, if he wins on him, this guy's got to pick one of the two, and he cannot be right. He kind of stays in the middle here. And going back to Thomas's route, you'll see he stems back up here, and he does not have leverage. The corner is inside of him. But he gives a nice little head and shoulder and crosses over and gets vertical, or gets friendly to the quarterback, gets negative. He runs and reaches out and snags it with the contact, pass interference, and everything. You know, great play. Protection is going to be that same 6-man protection, but they can't slide now because they've got defensive tackles here in both of the A gaps. So the guards need to post set here and be firm. Now this center's got his eyes on this this safety walked up playing linebacker. If he doesn't come, he's helping one of these guys, or they can even bump this out if this guy comes as an option. They don't end up doing that. They end up set man. Kamara's got, you know, blitzers. If this guy comes, which he does, he's going to step up and take him. And notice how Kamara doesn't wait for him. As soon as he sees he's coming, watch this. He steps up and meets him at the line of scrimmage. Look at all the space in here that he has. You know, if he waits and gets him right here, he's going to get blown back into the quarterback. But he's got all this space to absorb the blow, try and refit, gets swam there late, but Breeze is able to get the ball off, and you know, just an incredible catch by Michael Thomas. You know, you make catches like that when you break the franchise record for yards in a game. You know, you got to make some of those. So here we are here. We're going to have a 2-man concept. He's going to end up actually leaking out late after he protects. So these two tight ends are in protection on this guy, going to double him. But we've got a dagger concept, so it's pretty much a runoff Maybe if they blow the coverage, you'll get the ball, but you're really just running them off for this deep in route, this big dig. So he's running here to about 10. He's going to roll it to about 14, 15, getting this space. And he does a good job. This is Michael Thomas again. Does a good job of working and running with the quarterback and running through windows. You'll see not open, right? This is when Brees wants to throw it. This guy's in the way. That's too tight of a window to get it through there. Keeps running, and boom. Brees is going to put him on him. He makes the catch and protects himself. Catches it, gets down to kind of absorb that hit there. It could have been real bad. And, another big catch for Thomas. Same old, same old. Now, protection here. You're going to see they're actually pulling a guard. This running back's going to take the D end, and they're pulling a guard to help. I don't know why they're doing that. I guess they're trying to get these linebackers to suck up. It doesn't work at all, but you have these two on him, and he's actually here to help. You got a one-on-one here, which is a tough block, but center does a great job. We've got these two on him right here. On Donald, best defensive tackle in the league. And then we've got a back on a linebacker with guard help coming. So good protection. You can see he's got all day back there. And he's pumping. Great throw. I mean, look at the body control. Stop, get down. Probably hurt a little bit there, but he wants to make plays. And he's been doing it all year. Having a great year. Just rewind here. All right, so here we have the big 74-yard touchdown to Michael Thomas that puts the game away. So we're in 22 personnel again. Or no, excuse me, we're in 21. So we've got a tight end here. This is Mark Ingram. This is Kamara in the slot. And they're going to move Ingram out here. And this guy has him man. So like they do, they like to know what they're getting. So they get a man coverage read here with this linebacker coming out to guard Ingram. And you've got Marcus Peters here telling everybody what to do. But while he's doing that, he's not paying attention to his guy. Michael Thomas throws the hands off, gets him stacked. Look at this. This is great right here. So you see where he starts? He's going to go out, get him stacked, and get back on the same line and then fade with the ball. He gets him stacked like that. There is nothing he can do. He's behind him, and he's off to the races. Easy touchdown. Put a cap on a big day for him. Let's look at the concept as a whole here. Go ahead and delete these so don't keep popping up. Alright, so down here at the bottom, we've got hitch on the outside, seam on the inside. The Patriots call it Haas. And then we're going to have an option route here by Kamara. See this? I love these routes for guys like this. So he's going to come here, he's going to settle. And then based on where the guy is, he can break out. If it's zone and he's nowhere around him, he can sit, he can cross him up, he can give the little juke. Anything. He's allowed to work them. And then we've got a hitch up top. So watch this option route by Kamara. Set, give him something. He kind of was bracketed there. He had the guy outside, guy inside. Not great leverage for either one, but that's all right. Because we've got Thomas sprinting down the field for a touchdown to seal the game. Let's watch the protection here. So we've got 4 down linemen. The box is pretty much open, 4 in there. They're running a stunt here. So I think this Michael Brockers is going to come this way. And Aaron Donald's going to push up and loop. So when Brockers comes in, the guard needs to bump down, bump, 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 bump. These two will end up taking him, and he's got to come back off for Donald. And these guys are man-to-man out here locking up like they've been doing the whole game. You see that? How he passes that off. Bump, 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 bump. Comes back out. They got nothing. Actually gets a knockdown there because Donald's off balance. And, there's Thomas streaking down the field. on a great play, taking advantage of a busted coverage. All right, here we are again in this tight bunch right here. These three guys. You got Thomas one-on-one over here. You know, I like this matchup for a fade. You know, he may buzz under a slant and take that away, but a fade, a backline dig, you know, fade comeback, something like that. All great opportunities here. But they're going to go with a double end concept. So this tight end here is going to be running the corner route for the back pylon. We've got a little in right here. He's got to stay on the move because he's got one coming behind him. He can't pull up. And we've got a hesitation in right here. He's going to hesitate to give some space. He can set his guy at the top. But basically, if he comes down here and the corner wins, we should be throwing the corner. If he plays back onto the corner, we should have this. This can get let go or come back too late if they forget about it or something like that. But you know, it's really you know, kind of a 1-2 read right here. And the corner does win over the top. I mean, you've got all this to make a throw. But this is a great route right here by the #1 receiver. Hesitating, setting it outside, just that little jab step just slows him down just enough. He's got leverage, and then running through it. Watch him run through it, secure the catch, you know, past his eyes, looks it all the way in. Just a great catch. Protection, they're rushing 4, it looks like. Yep, they show blitz, but they bail. So easy protection, you know, like they've been doing it all day. Out to here, out to here. And we're going to slide, slide, slide. I actually got the slide going the wrong way. So yeah, I had it wrong. But nonetheless, see him clear this out. And then look at this eye discipline and catching and tucking before you hit the ground to secure the catch. Great catch there. I don't even know who that guy is, but that's a great catch. I should probably watch a little tape on him. Seen him make a few plays. All right, so we're back in that 3-by-1 set with Watson here. Thomas here is the X receiver. Kamara in the backfield. Those are kind of your weapons. You know, we've got pretty obvious man coverage here. It's going to be a run play, though. This is a draw. So if I'm Thomas, I'm just running this guy off. I don't know why I block that guy, but he does, and he does a good job. Now, what I've always been taught here on these draws, if it's coming away from you, this is like a 40 or a 42 or a 44 or a 48 probably. It's hitting out here. Is if you're this guy, you want to come and bypass him, right? He thinks you're running the route. It looks like a pass. Bypass him, turn back on him. And he can't, you know, he doesn't have the angle to play through there. You know, these guys are really just running, trying to get a block on somebody, envoy blocking here. But you'll see, you know, Watson has a pretty good block with his square. Thomas is square. And then Kamara is special. They get this thing blocked up. You see how these rushers want to rush upfield? And the tackles invite it, and we even get a nice violent throw by here. The guards are setting, making their guys win upfield. We got a double team here on the D tackle. Misfit here. And, you know, they actually come off on him, the double team on him. Kamara's got all this space, and then just look at that freak athlete. That's good stuff right there. All right, so here we are again. Double team here. Up to this backer. We're going to kick set here, throw him by. Kick set here, throw him by. Kick set here, throw him by. He's coming in through here. Up to there. Coming in here. Getting the body on him. And then Thomas is out wide blocking. A great blocked play. It looks like pass. They didn't even sell it that much. I mean, just a quick pass sell. They're going to get, you know, 15, 20 yards here. Has to be a bad feeling as a DB right there. Going to hit someone as hard as you can, and they're not there. So it's pretty crazy. All right, so here we go. We're gonna have a trade with the two tight ends, trading over here into a wing set. We got the Z receiver stepping off the ball to not cover him up. Mike Thomas down here. I know we've got the motion over here. This is going to be a flea flicker. So we're going to see all these guys here protecting. Ingram's getting the ball, hesitating, pitching back to Breeze. And we've got a deep, high angle post right here, right? Super deep, taking the top off the defense. And if it's zone coverage, Thomas is running in here, stalking this guy who hopefully is filling and taking it out at this angle. Now it's a little tougher here. We've got man coverage. So he's going to get followed right here by Peters as he goes. He's got to throw him by, and he breaks it out flat. So you'll see him here. Peters is all over him, right? And it times up well, right? Right when the quarterback's getting the pitch, he's bursting out of it. And then look at this. The violent club and swim coming out at a friendly angle. See him come back to the ball. He comes here to catch the ball. There's no way he can get through to make a play. Catches it, stiff arm. I mean, at this point, Peters is just he's upset. He's having a bad day. Thomas is killing him. So if we want to watch the protection here, they're going to be selling the run. So this looks kind of like a duo play. Base in here, base in here. If this was a run, these two would be double teaming there, base in there. Cut off here. But they got to stay on the line of scrimmage to not get a penalty. Good protection. Look at Watson covering him up. And then, the catch. Face full of fist right there. First down, Saints. All right, so here we are in the red zone here at the 16-yard line, and the Saints are going to get their dynamic pass catching back, Kamara, involved in the passing game. So what we're going to get here is we're going to get 3-by-1 smash, which has a seam route by the inside guy, but we're going to switch release it here. So this guy's coming out here and he's running the corner. We're just going to get a typical hitch route right here, and then we are switching in behind here, rubbing, coming up in the seam. This is going to be a choice concept over here, something the Washington Redskins run a lot of with Chris Thompson, with Jordan Reed, and the Saints do it a lot with Kamara. So we're going to try and get an outside release here. We want to get some width and make the read for the running back easier. But we're going to run a corner route here as well. And the running back, Kamara, here is going to arc and give a little bit of a hesitation. And he's got the option of sitting down versus zone. He can cross face, which is, in my opinion, the best move you can get. If you cross face, you've got a lot of room to run, or break it out to the sideline, which is what he's going to end up doing here. So let's watch Kamara's route here. See as he arcs. You see the read he's getting? So he's getting covered, but from this guy right here, who gets a little bit of rub there. He's inside of him. He's got all this space here to catch and make a play. And so he's going to give him a little fake, little head fake, stick the foot in the ground and break out and catch, get vertical for the touchdown. And that's just easy. That's stealing right there. Getting your back in space, getting your playmaker in space on, a lesser athlete probably than Kamara, but he's just so dynamic. I actually want to go back and watch this corner out. I think he probably got the corner too. Yeah, big body throw to the tight end. That's a shot you can have, and then you got this if you need it. But fast forward here. Just going to see the arc and the patience by Kamara on this route and the timing of it. You see Breeze, you can see his eyes, right? He's looking the safety off over here. He's looking at this corner, trying to see if it comes open, and then you see his eyes drop to the choice route. Boom, give it to him. Look at that, the quick release, man. That thing is light and fast. Gets him the ball, and turn up. I mean, that is just too easy. Kamara had 3 touchdowns in this game. I think I got 2 of them on this film. But here we go. We have just a doubles formation here. I think this is the tight end, actually. And this is obviously the tight end, too. And we got slot receivers. This is going to be Thomas out here. Wait to come on in the backfield. So what we're getting here is just outside zone again. But this time it's to the open end. It's away from the tight end. And you can see the cut. You can see the so we're getting a wide reach footwork there, stretching, trying to get him out of the screen. We've got a wide reach here, and then these two are going to have to get these two. This is going to be a tough cutoff on Ndamukong Suh, tough cutoff on Brockers. Ben Watson's going to come and try and help. Going to leave him unblocked. If he comes in and squeezes, makes this tackle, then they know that the next play they got to make a boot. They got to run boot and get Breeze out here, get him coming down and coming in the flat. That's got to be there. But he doesn't. He doesn't make the play. And you're going to have Watson coming up here. And then you got the other tight end, I believe it's Hill, out here blocking. So you see Kamara's read here is this shade, if I'm not mistaken. You know, teams do it a little bit different, but it's probably him and then him. So you see he gets stretched, right? So he can run through this hole. He can't run outside because he's there. Well, he's here too. So he can't run here. He wants to go here, can't go there. Wants to go there, here, can't go there. He's got to cut back. He's patient. He's making his reads. He cuts. These two got their guys covered up, and then look at this. I mean, this guy over here is unblocked, and he can't make the play. Now, if Hill comes and sticks this guy, or him, you know, block somebody, you get even more yards. But that's just, I want to put that on there to show you the patience of Kamara. And here we're going to have a counter. So he's probably making a 9 call here to let the pulling guard know that this guy is wide and it's going to be a kick out. So he needs to know that. He needs to know that because if it's a kick out, he's coming inside. Now, if it's what we call a log, if he comes in here and spills it, and he wraps and pins him in there, he needs to know because he's coming outside here and the ball is going to bounce. So he's getting the 9 call, and you see here he's going to come down. They're going to double team here, back to there. Going to block, down block here, pick hinge here, pick hinge here, and pick this guy up. And then so we're going to get our kick out here, and the fullback is coming up a step on a different level than the pulling guard and filling for this linebacker. Jab footwork, get in there. Now, but what kills the play is this tackle needs to be shuffling and square and ready to explode when this guy crosses his face. You don't need to pin him in there. These running backs are good enough that they can run inside, outside of your block. You just need to cover him up. So you see here, he's not ready to cover this guy up. We've got a great block by the fullback, a great kick out, and you know, that thing could hit in here. It needs to bounce out here. He just can't quite get there. And it's a tough run, you know, gain of 6 or so, but it could have been a huge play. All right, here we have an over concept, and this is a great route by Michael Thomas here. So we have a deep post here again, trying to clear this guy out, right, and isolate Thomas on this guy here on the deep over. And we're going to be in protection here. We've got a chip here by Taysom Hill, and then releasing the flat. And then I think this is the tight end number 89, Hill. I think the guy's name is Taysom Hill. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, he's in protection. You're going to see him. His man doesn't come. He sinks and helps. The running back's helping. Hill's in the flat, holding this guy. He's back here. holding these two, and it's a one-on-one between him and him. Michael Thomas on a safety. I love that matchup. Look at him. He's coming at him, and he stems up. It's called a stair step. He's going to get him to flip his hips, and turn and run. See that? And he crosses his face. He's got to come and do a full baseball turn to get to the ball. It's not happening. So we're just watching Michael Thomas here. Cross him over, come negative, and look at that. Stem up, threaten vertical, cross him over, and look at this angle back to the ball. That's what he does so well. He plays so physical and attacks the ball in the air. It makes it tough to stop him. You know, he's catching like 90% of the targets. You know, that doesn't include drops. That's bad throws too. 90% of the time Drew Brees throws him the ball, he catches it. I'm not sure if that's the exact number, but it's around there. You see Brees' eyes on the post, deep on the post. See him drop back down to the crosser. Great progression. I mean, it's what the guy's been doing at a high level for years. It's fun to watch. And so here we are in a regular spread set. Looks like we've got two tight ends here on the same side. And then you got your receivers here. This is going to be Thomas. This is the guy we're watching on the win slant. Now, this guy has inside leverage. He should never get beat across his face, but that's how good of a route runner this guy is. See him stutter his feet, give the jab outside and cross face. Look at all the space in here. I mean, this guy cannot get beat out there. We've just got a simple go ball out here. You know, we've just got your basic stick concept here. You know, your stick, you can break out versus man. Outside release go to clear it up, and a quick flat by the back. 5-man protection. Easy concept over here, but Brees knows the whole way that this is where he's going with the ball. And it's just a crazy route. And then the catch and run. I mean, the guy plays physical with the ball in his hands. And you just gotta love watching that. I don't care if you're a Saints fan or not. That's good stuff. So this protection, we've only got 5-man protection. The back is free releasing. So I'm probably gonna make this the Mike ID, which means they're gonna be sliding this way. Those three for these three, and then man. Simple protection. Quarterback's hot off of anything that comes on the blitz. This is going to be your hot throw on the flat here. Quick, nice, easy, quick throw if anybody comes. But you've got 5 for 4, and you got Thomas running free down the middle of the field. We got empty here, but this guy is actually going to be a blocker. This guy can be a blocker in pass pro. So it looks like empty, but you're actually getting a 7-man protection with all of these guys. Now, our route concept here is going to be a post here to clear it out. And a lot of teams like to run this scissors concept, where you run this corner underneath the post. And they're going to run the double move off of it with Ben Watson. They're going to run the scissors pump. He's coming up this red line here. I don't know what Thomas has here, but it's irrelevant. They're working this all day against this coverage. He wins on, wow, he really wins. Outside release, and look at the release. Jabs him inside, gets him off balance, look at him, stacks him. He can go here, he can go here, he can go vertical. This guy is screwed. And then at the top of the route, come to balance, little head fake outside, wraps it in there. That is a thing of beauty. But back to the play side, you're going to see Watson push up. He sells, look at him, sells this route with his eyes back to the quarterback. And this guy's going to bite. See that? He's even, he's leaving. It's an easy throw and catch. Brees actually underthrows him, probably because he's a tight end and he thinks he can't run, but Watson actually has got some wheels on him. Underthrows him. Way to stop and go up and make a play. So many young receivers would just let this thing land off the back of this guy's head. He stops and goes up for it. And look at the strong hands to hold it on his back. I mean, he's holding the ball right here. Great catch, still holding it. Huge play by Ben Watson. Here run our protection, we've got Colby Fleener and Mark Ingram. And they're just going to chip these guys on the line of scrimmage. They've got in men. So we've got a double team here with eyes on this guy. We've got a double team here. We've got a double team there. And we've got one-on-one here. And they really just clog that up. Brees has all day looking at the post. I mean, look at him use his eyes. Looking up at the post. Back out to the pump. Just a great catch. And then, all right, this is going to be a second short right here. This is like the go-to play in the NFL on short yardage when you're going to pass the ball. And we're just going to get everybody going this way. Hard ball or hard sell on the run. And Kamara is just going to free release into the flat. Now Brees is coming out of it. He's giving a little bit of a ball fake, but Kamara is not even doing anything with it. He's not putting his hands up or anything like that. They're just sprinting out, and they're just hoping that he out leverages this guy. And these guys are running. It doesn't really matter what they're running. They're running this guy off to keep him out of there. And you're just throwing the ball here now for a short game. You see him open up. They're actually blocking. So you're going to see him release inside. Him release inside. He's going to block right here to even further slip the edge. If that ball is completed less than 3 yards downfield, I think you're allowed to block while it's in the air. So he's blocking. Completion. See that? Second and 2 or 3, right at the sticks. First down. It's just good football. See, the linemen are literally all turning and running. They're not even blocking because he's getting out of there so fast. And you just see 58's got Kamara in man coverage. And he just takes one step down. Just that little hesitation. And having to run through this traffic right in here. He can't get there. It's an easy first down play. All right, so that's going to wrap it up. If you made it to the end, congrats. That was a long video, a lot of information. I talked quite a bit. But I look to do more of these in the future. If you guys want to DM me on Instagram or Twitter, hit me up on the website and let me know what teams you want to see, what games you want to see, what players you want me to focus on. I'm all ears. I'll go over anything you guys want. So, I appreciate you watching till the end. I appreciate the support on the page and on YouTube and all that. And let's keep throwing it up. You guys have a good one.